Hello, hello.
Hola, hola.
Hello, comadre Kale. How are you?
Good, good. How are you? Thank you again, Miss Gigi. I'm always appreciated of always. I'm sorry, I'm getting tongue twisted, chingao. But
She sells
for,
seashells by the seashore.
yeah, I know. I'm always appreciative for you letting me join your show and showcase whatever uh artists we have and you have, and it's amazing to have a great friendship like this and have two stations combined together and to do this.
Yes, I am. Thank you so much. And by the way, saludos to Norma Salazar, who's out there with her children in Washington, D.C. They're getting decorated. They're Marines. Thank you for your service. And
Yes.
I asked Kelly, can you come and co host, please? And she said, of course. Thank you so much, Kelly. Thank you so much, Giras Tejano. We are simulcasted on Giras Tejano, Giras y Desveladas through Giras Tejano as well. I want to thank La Jefa Jaminango Oldies as well because they do also simulcast us out there.
Yes.
Of course, thank you to Juan Mendoza Jr. and Lila Lisa Promotions for having us on Tejano TV. Thank you guys as well. Over 5 million views on there. We have 7K truckers that listen to us. Saludos todos los troqueros. Ahorita we'll have
Yes.
that segment that is dedicated to our truckers out there. The 7K truckers that listen to us and said we can't wait to listen to Giras y Desveladas on Sundays at 2 p.m. Saludos to you guys. Mucho amor, mucho cuidadito allá.
Yes.
And so, yeah, thank you again, Kelly. By the way, just real quick, had a great time at Fanfare. We're still recovering.
I think I'll probably take me a couple weeks because we just had a new venue open here locally in our town, so I've been doing that and stuff like that. So I am trying to get back, pero sabes que when you're in the music and you love what you do, nada te para.
Yeah,
So
it's 24/7. It is. It's 24/7.
yeah,
So yeah,
yeah.
let me see if I've got a little intro for our trucking on with new rolas. Let me see. Maybe I do. Maybe I don't. Vamos a ver. Yeah, trucking on with new rolas, and we've got two. What I did is I took advantage of being out there at Fanfare, and I have this one artist who sent this before Fanfare. So we're gonna showcase first her new release. So let's listen to Gladys Ruiz.
Hola, ¿qué tal mi gente de Tracking On con New Rolas? Les saluda su amiga Gladys Ruiz, la dura, mi gente de Giras y Desveladas. Les mando un beso enorme, pero no olviden descargar mi nuevo tema, Trapiaste Conmigo. Es una canción que les va a encantar, la van a bailar y la van a disfrutar. Les mando un beso enorme, descárguenla, pídanla a todas las plataformas. Ánimo pues.
Thank you. That's from Gladys Ruiz, and we're going to listen to her new release. It's called Trapiaste Conmigo, and so if you like it, or of course you're gonna like it, listen to it. I'm gonna watch it from YouTube. Y'all can watch it on YouTube too. I don't think she has a video of it yet, but here we go. Let's watch this. Listen. Watcha, watcha.
Por tu amor quiero decirte que loco estoy y que por ser tan confiado trapeaste conmigo. Solo estoy, las noches se hacen más largas y yo me la paso pensando que trapeaste conmigo. El amor a mí ha llegado, el amor a mí ha llegado, pero ella de mí abusó. El amor a mí ha llegado, el amor a mí ha llegado, pero ella de mí abusó. ¿Será que tu amor ha sido tan diferente? ¿Será que mi error ha sido confiar en ti? Y yo te sigo buscando entre tanta gente, pensando en ti diariamente, me queda decirte así. Por tu amor quiero decirte que loco estoy y que por ser tan confiado trapeaste conmigo. Solo estoy, las noches se hacen más largas y yo me la paso pensando que trapeaste conmigo. Saborcito. tanta gente, pensando en ti diariamente, me queda decirte así. Por tu amor quiero decirte que loco estoy y que por ser tan confiado trapeaste conmigo. Solo estoy, las noches se hacen más largas y yo me la paso pensando que trapeaste conmigo. Por tu amor quiero decirte que loco estoy y que por ser tan confiado trapeaste conmigo. Solo estoy, las noches se hacen más largas y yo me la paso pensando que trapeaste conmigo.
All right, that was Gladys Reese, Trapeaste Conmigo.
Yes, what a great song.
Bueno, and apparently Alberto Resende says it was a song from 20 years ago, but I never heard it before, so thank you, Gladys Reese, for bringing it up again.
Yes,
Now,
and you can't go wrong with Grupo Mojado. They have some great hits as well, and I have heard that song because
yeah,
I heard Grupo Mojado and all their latest hits and stuff like that, and what that was one of their hits as well.
oh, yeah, so she covered it really good. Now,
Yes.
the next person we have, let me start to share it. Hold on. I ran into her at Fanfare and I said, "Can you do a drop?" And she did because she's so nice and she's so funny. So she did a blooper. She's like, wait, let's do it again. And so I've been playing the blooper because she's hilarious. She's super nice. This girl, I'm a fan. This one right here.
Hola, ¿cómo estás? Bien, this is Violeta Tejano from Jenny B, and you're watching my latest single, Ben, 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 by yours truly on Giras y Desveladas.
Woohoo! Thank you. She was like, how do you say that? Giras y Desveladas. And then, you know what? Norma was like, I can't say it. I'm like, Norma, you're a co-host on that show.
And I say it backwards. I go la desveladas y giras.
Yeah, at least you say it. So I was like, we can practice that.
Yes. And right now, and actually, Gigi, I want to say right now to all your people that are watching, saludos, guys. I know some of you guys are from Facebook and YouTube. Saludos. Thank you for welcoming us in. Ms. Gigi, it's always a pleasure being with you. And I love our friendship, our communication. And thank you again so much.
No. Thank you, Kelly, for stepping in last minute because it was last minute. Norma didn't know if she was going to be able to come, and I said, let's just see if somebody else can come. And I just found out something that apparently Gigi has not paid her YouTube. It's because I figured out that I have several YouTube channels, and the ones I choose are the ones that I haven't paid. So here we go. Wait, I'm going to skip this.
It's all about the training that's actually related
right.
to your new path.
Now let's watch Jenny B. Here she is. This is not it. What happened? All right. Here we go. Hold on. That is Jenny B, but not the one we were looking for. There it is. All right. This is
Baila conmigo, no digas que no. El ritmo suena, la noche es de dos. Muévete cerca, no pares jamás. Cumbia sentida no se apagará. Miro tus ojos y quiero bailar. Tu cuerpo pide, no quiere parar. Susurra cerca, lo quiere escuchar. Ven más cerquita, vamos a gozar. Ven, 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 conmigo a bailar. La fiesta no termina, vamos a gozar. Ven, 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 siente el corazón. La cumbia lo prende con esta canción. Síguele el corrión, el bajo también. Tus pasos me llaman, lo sabes muy bien. La pista se enciende, todos gritan más. Esta melodía nunca morirá. Miro tus ojos y quiero bailar. Tu cuerpo pide, no quiere parar. Susurra cerca, lo quiere escuchar. Ven más cerquita, vamos a gozar. Ven, 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 conmigo a bailar. La fiesta no termina, vamos a gozar. Ven, 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 siente el corazón. La cumbia lo prende con esta canción. Suele, suele, déjate llevar, que la cumbia nunca va a parar. Canta conmigo, griten sin tu amor. Ven a mi lado y siente calor. Ven, 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 conmigo a bailar. La fiesta no termina, vamos a gozar. Ven, 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 siente el corazón. La cumbia nos prende con esta canción. Ven, toda la noche dará. Baila conmigo hasta que salga el sol.
Woo! And that was Jenny B's latest song.
She made me want to get thirsty just watching her perform like that.
And it's so much fun. I think she just, very creative with her videos. So, kudos to her, aplausos, she's doing great.
Yes. And if you guys were out in the Stanford area, man, she put an amazing show.
She sure did. She sure did. Yes, she did. So now we're going to our artist of the day. Let's see, ¿qué dice Alberto? A bailar caballito, like back in the... It sounds like el caballito.
Sí.
You're right. So, our artist that we're going to feature today is Grupo Velocidad. And these guys are on the charts right now. Pay attention to their music. This is a song that's actually charting right now. We'll watch some more videos of them and listen to their music. But let's listen to this one right now so you can know who we're going to interview, who we're talking about. And it's these guys right here. And this song is called Aclarado. So, pa' aclarar. Here we go.
Aunque sé que tú ya tienes otra vida y que ahora eres feliz en otro hogar, es mi corazón que es necio y no te olvida. Cada vez que piensa en ti quiere llorar. Y aunque sé que ya no existo en tu mundo, que ya tienes a tu lado otro amor, es mi mente que no descansa un segundo, porque extraña tu cariño, tu calor. Y aunque sé que ya los años han pasado y que a mí tu amor ya nunca ha de volver, solo quiero que se quede aclarado y jamás te dejaré yo de querer. Aunque sé que ya no existo en tu mundo, que ya tienes a tu lado otro amor, es mi mente que no descansa un segundo, porque extraña tu cariño, tu canto. Y aunque sé que ya los años han que a mí tu amor ya nunca devolver. Solo quiero que se quede aclarado que jamás te dejaré yo de querer, que jamás te dejaré yo de querer, que jamás te dejaré yo de querer.
All right, that was Aclarado by Velocidad. And so, welcome to the stage, uno de los integrantes más importantes, el señor Andrés Reyes. Welcome to Giras y Desveladas.
Buenas tardes, Gigi. Es un gusto estar con ustedes aquí esta tarde en Giras y Desveladas with you and Kelly. I was having a kick in your intro when you were doing tongue twisters. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
You wanted to join in?
I was having a good laugh with it. You know, I want to say thank you for having us here today. I was listening to Gladys and Janie V, I think is her name.
Jenny B, yeah.
And they were sending very warm regards to you all. You know, besos y cuatro. They did a very good job of it. I dare say I can't rise to that level.
No, yes, you can, and I'm gonna get you also to do one.
All right.
Yes. So, saludos, Andres. What do you go by, Andy?
Everybody calls me Andy. They've been calling me Andy for quite some time, pero Andres is my real Christian name.
Your name.
Your legal name.
Yes.
Your legal name. All right. Talk to us about Velocidad. I'm going to tell you what I know about Velocidad. I honestly had never heard your music. That is, I mean, you can't get more Tejano than that song right there. You can't get more Tejano than that. Love that. And honestly, and it has nothing to do with Velocidad. It's about Gigi being a teacher and being stuck in four walls in an elementary school. That's why I never heard of Velocidad. So, I love the music. The one I had met was your keyboardist Chuy, because he's been at several awards show that Jesse Torres, and we've sat at the same tables. He saludos, and we got to know each other. But I don't think I ever asked him, because I don't know. I never asked. I think he mentioned he was a DJ, but I don't think he mentioned if he was a keyboardist or not. So now I know that this is all coming together, that Grupo Velocidad is Andres and Chuy, and who else are your band members? And talk to us about Velocidad.
Well, Chuy, bless his soul. I mean, not only is he our musical director, but he's also a DJ on a radio station. In fact, I sent him a text a little while ago. He says, I'm on the air. I'll be on the air from 1 to 6. So he can't join us. Aside from all the work that he does for us, for Velocidad, and for the radio station, he's a professional. He runs the for the county of Webb. He's in charge of people who can't afford to bond out. So he's in charge of the bonding process for Webb County.
Oh,
yeah. So he's quite a busy person.
Es chingón, in other words.
Yeah, pretty much. But you know what? The band is laden with professionals. Mr. Luis Palacios is a supervisor for a very large telecommunications company here in Laredo. Mr. Albert Aguilar is a licensed registered nurse. Robert Ortiz used to be a teacher, but he's since retired, so he just likes to make music now.
Yes.
And myself, I'm a practicing attorney. I've been lawyer for 37 years now.
Awesome.
In between, I did a stint as a district judge.
Wow.
And I mentioned earlier that when we started back in 2004, there was 5 brothers that were the singers, and they included my oldest brother Victor, and then the brother that follows me, Robert, and one that follows him, Danny, and one that follows him is Gabby. And so the only two that remain are Victor and myself. Everybody's since moved on. Danny's in San Antonio. He's the director of a federal halfway house in San Antonio.
Wow.
Uh, so everybody's. Robert was the bailiff for the 49th District Court, and he went on. I don't know how long he was there, but he retired. Everybody has been in their own right, very busy professionally in their lines of work, but music has always driven us. We've always been faithful to the sound that you played for us a little while ago.
Yes.
Aclarado is a song that Beto Ramon, Beto Ramon is a former Laredo and now from Corpus, but he's renowned songwriter,
Yes.
uh, very, very well known in that regard. And we've had the pleasure of recording two of his songs, and we're about to finish recording the third song of Beto's. And so, we're very thankful for him. He's a friend of mine. I've actually known him for quite some time, and now and then he'll ask me for a little bit of legal advice.
Now, I had a question. I mean, when you're out there in the gigs, and especially as a judge and jailers and stuff, do you ever run into people that were on the other side at your gigs?
Well, you know what? I've never had an occasion when I've run into anyone that I preside for somebody's case that I presided over. No, uh, I've, as you might imagine, I've represented literally thousands of people here in the last 36, 37 years.
Wow.
And so, you know, if anything, it's quite the opposite. There's always people coming up to me and shake my hand and saying, "Hey, I used to help you, help me, back in the, the 90s, early 2000s." And I just don't remember. I've met so many people over the span of time. And so, imposible es acordarte de todas las caras y nombres,
Yes.
pero no hay razón por qué no le extiendes la mano a alguien que te está saludando y,
Exactly.
nunca sabes qué va a ser el siguiente
And mainly
contacto.
your position is a position of service. So, I think the main
Absolutely.
goal is to service people and to help them out. So that is wonderful. And that is awesome. And like I like to mention, and for anybody that's newer in the business or thinking about getting into the music business, Roberto Pulido, who we made a little special segment, I should run it again. He said his advice to the younger musicians and artists was to get your degree, get your career going, then do it as a side, do music as your side gig. Si te pega, great. Si no te pega, you've got your career, you've got your education to fall back on. So you sure as heck did that.
Well, I started out late in the industry, but the urge to learn and educate myself was instilled in me early on. Mis padres eran esos que, they wanted to see how you were doing in school, your grades, and so they were very adamant about it. And so I registered profoundly, and I guess that was the impetus of why I, elected to pursue a higher education.
Yeah.
Of course, they probably weren't anticipating that I'd go off and secure a doctorate degree, which I did. But you know what? It's been a very good, very rewarding profession for me. And so I'm thankful for what our folks instilled in all of us. And so, if there's anyone out there that's listening to me, I would say get an education, and not because you have something to fall in, but it's for self enrichment, if anything. And second of all, you know, y- uh, you pass it on to your kids for posterity because
Yes.
you're passing to them the concept that an education will pull you through. No le hace que. And if for whatever reason, whatever endeavor you get into, it doesn't work, you always have that education to fall back on
No te lo
and
pueden quitar.
make your way in life. So that would be my message to the folks in that regard. Get an education for self-fulfillment.
So, you mentioned that your brothers were in the business and singing along. What, who, was there all musicians in the family, artists? How did that come about? That's what you're doing right now.
Yeah,
I mean,
I tell the story about when we were kids. Funny that we turned to the Tejano sound in its most legitimate sound. The big band sound when all these big bands were coming around. The Freddie Martinez, Agustin Ramirez, and when all those that big band sound was coming around. But in actuality, we started listening to groups like Los Relámpagos del Norte.
yeah.
And so my brother Victor, the oldest, he'd always he had a love for singing, and he'd always say, "Come on, let's go to the backyard and let's go sing." And we sing most of the what we would sing would be the Relámpagos del Norte, but but then it just spawned from there. It continued, and we had an uncle who used to play the guitar a little, and so we all kind of learned a little bit of guitar, so we can carry a song, maybe in its most rudimentary sound, but we learned it. Bien o mal, we learned it, and we grew up singing. We grew up singing, and we didn't pursue it professionally until you know 2004, which is when Velocidad came about.
Wow. And that 2004 is quite a stint.
Yes.
Yeah, it's been 22 years now.
Yeah.
And so, in those 22 years, we've had the great fortune. I mentioned the guys that are with us right now, but there were many other musicians, some of which are no longer here with us. I mean, like Mr. Albert Cavazos. I talked about some of those riffs that you hear on some of these songs. They were his, and now we have Mr. Robert Ortiz, who's done a magnificent job in laying those riffs down, and so the sound didn't change at all. In fact, it got quite cemented down to what you hear now. And so you know over the years, there's been other musicians, and we're thankful to them because they all pusieron su granito de arena and the sound that you hear. What is Velocidad now? And so, going forward, all of us, the whole lot of us, myself and my brother and the musicians that are at the core of the sound of Velocidad, have decided that come hell or high water, we're going to record, and we're gonna, there's a lot of original songs that are that are in there somewhere, and we're gonna get around to them. ¿Qué es lo que tú quieres, which is also just recently released, song that I wrote, and we're proud of that song. And the riff that you hear there at the entrance is one of the ones that I was referring to, that was laid down by Mr. Cavazos, Alberto Cavazos. But then that was what he gave us. But then Mr. Robert Ortiz made it sound even that much better, and you'll hear it in the recording.
While I look for Kelly, do you have, I know you already interviewed Mr. Andres. You probably know everything about them. You're a Velocidad expert, but is there anything you would like to ask Mr. Andres Reyes?
Well, it's not more asking, it's just like for the fans. If you remember the traditional music of Tejano, they put it all together on their music and their recordings. So what he was saying, putting what he has right now, the music they have out, you can't go wrong with the trumpets and stuff like that. Like I've told Mr. Andres, the music, it just turns to something else when you add trumpet, saxophone. It's a different level of type of music, and like us Tejanos, um, that's what it was back in the day, and it still is because there's so many bands that have that now, and they're bringing it back. So for them to keep that tradition of the velocidad, having that in their music, it's amazing. It's amazing, and I give them props for everybody that puts a little bit, como dijo, la arenita to the music. They're doing a really good job in producing and mastering the music.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
we've always loved the sound of the metales, the trumpets and the saxophone. I mentioned to Kelly, a few days ago about the people that have played trumpet with us. One of them is the son of our saxophone player, Ricky Palacios. He's a professional as well. He's a teacher of music, and he was lured away from Laredo. He's a teacher up in Dallas. But when we do recordings, we can give him a call, and he'll go all the way down to Laredo and do his part on trumpet, if that's what we need. And so Ricky is quite a musician in his own right.
Yes.
That is so cool. I mean, like I mentioned, I mean, I think uh, recording is like you said, a way to preserve ourselves and what we're doing to the next generation, to posterity, who knows how long, right? So
Yeah.
that's I can only imagine if he gets a call from you guys, he's gonna go, because this is a chance to put it down and just be down in history. Let's listen to ¿Qué es lo que tú quieres? Is that all right with you,
Yeah,
Mr.?
very well.
Right. Let me see.
Take your creativity to the next level on Mac and iPad with Apple Creator Studio.
All right.
¿Qué es lo que tú quieres? ¿Qué es lo que prefieres? Buscas los malos placeres, tus valores son así. ¿Qué es lo que tú buscas? Que no has encontrado, si ni tienes ya tu amor, que te adora con pasión. Si yo fuera despiadado, con el odio entre mis venas, la muerte yo te daría, hincadita de rodillas. ¿Qué es lo que tú quieres? ¿Qué es lo que tú buscas? ¿Qué te puedo dar? Que llene tu corazón. Si yo fuera despiadado, con el odio entre mis venas, la muerte yo te daría, hincadita de rodillas. ¿Qué es lo que tú quieres? ¿Qué es lo que tú buscas? ¿Qué te puedo dar? Que llene tu corazón.
Wow, that sound takes me back to when my dad used to perform at the Villarreal and we were asleep on the tables.
La Villarreal, they're on off of 83.
Yeah.
I used to go there many years ago. I
Yeah.
got to go to La Villarreal.
Yeah. The Lalo Ramirez. Yeah. I mean, that totally reminded me of that flashback. Like, when you hear a sound, you get thrown back in time. That was totally a flashback. That is awesome. That is awesome. That's really traditional. Lo que es Tejano orquestral, and that's awesome that you're doing
Well,
that.
I'm glad you like it. I hope that your audience gives it a warm reception as well. I know that it's on the charts. I don't know how. I haven't looked into it because I've been so busy lately. But I know it's on the charts, and hopefully it's charted well.
Yeah. No, I don't know, but because I know for sure when I was researching, I just did a little bit of research. That song that we started with Aclarado is on the charts, but I didn't check on this one. I mean, it could be because some it could be, and definitely it has that traditional, like Kelly said, it has that traditional Tejano orchestral, with the pitos and everything. I mean, for me, it just takes me back, man. It really does. It really does take me back. And so thank you for keeping that tradition alive because, like we have mentioned, the Tejano is very loosely defined just simply because there's different flavors of Tejano, shall we say, right? So, and some people don't like the new quote unquote Tejano, or don't, they'll say it's not Tejano, and don't like the evolution of it. But I mean, the way I see it is that it has to evolve, because if rock and roll hadn't evolved, we wouldn't have, like, from the 90s Nirvana, everybody would be sounding like the old rock and roll, like Buddy Holly and that kind of rock and roll, if it hadn't evolved. So I believe Tejano has to evolve too, but keeping that traditional sound as well. So because it's a beautiful thing, sabemos de todo y escuchamos de todo. So we're a very unique group.
Yes.
Absolutely. I was commenting earlier that you have variations within the Tejano genre, and it's because you have the infusion of different sounds. Like I was talking about banda music. In some way, it's a variation of the sound that conjuntos had, back when. And so, I've heard radio stations that they say Tejano radio station, but then they're playing these variations. And so it's included within the general concept of Tejano, not in the traditional form and sense, but rather because just, I guess, for the sake of being inclusive. But
Yeah.
but within the genre, I think there's room for all these different variations, and I think that it should happen so that the evolution of the Tejano sound will continue to expand and grow. I mentioned earlier how I'm impressed by the fact that Tejano is so popular on the internet,
Yes.
and how Tejano is getting to be so popular in Mexico.
Yes.
And so, if you're familiar with las orquestas, the Freddie Martinez, Little Joe, Gatonero, all those. Well, there's a lot of trumpet, but a lot of those trumpets have their origins in mariachi music from Mexico.
Yes.
And so maybe we'll come full circle and export Tejano to Mexico and make it a mainstay in their music industry.
Well, we do. Tejano already has a really big Tejano following. As a matter of fact, Giras y Desveladas we did a special with DJs specifically from Mexico that play only Tejano. So there are those out there. And if you didn't, artists, if you didn't catch that episode, look for it, because you're going to get the information from those DJs that play your music in Mexico.
San Luis Potosí.
Play it. San Luis Potosí también, y Monterrey.
El señor Perfecto.
Yes. And we had Alan Gutierrez, and we had Julio Castro, and all these guys from Monterrey. So we do have the diehard Tejano fans in Mexico. And like I said, it's what's becoming this bridge where not only is Tejano going over there, but Tejano artists are being born over there and coming over here. If I'm not mistaken, Luis A.G. is one of those artists that is from Mexico, but he got an award here as a Tejano artist.
Yeah.
So, there's music. See, music is magic and is bridging that gap between us.
Yeah, yeah. And like take the United States for example. There was a constant influx from Mexico of people coming to the United States, and they brought their version of their culture over here. A lot of which was incorporated into our local culture. Well, maybe it's now time to reciprocate and send our version of
It
our
is.
culture into Mexico
Yes.
and incorporate it into the Mexican culture, which
See,
would be great and fine by all the musicians, I'm sure.
yes, yes, yes. Because at the end of the day, a musician is a musician, and music is what brings us all together. And how boring if we were all doing the same thing.
Yeah,
Hmm.
there would be no difference. Everybody would be playing the same thing.
Yeah,
Yes,
how boring.
definitely.
Yeah, exactly.
And,
So
and I
everybody
think
has their own flavor. Go ahead, Kelly. Sorry.
I'm sorry. There's it's not just Mexico. We just found out there's certain artists like Papuchi from Cuba, and then we have Miss Chrissy E from Hawaii.
That's
So
true.
the Tejano is really getting the air well, not the airways. It's just getting listened to and incorporate, like how you said, Mr. Andres, together, because Tejano, a lot of people say Tejano is dead. It's not dead. It's just that the music is changing, and they're considering it not being Tejano. But the Tejano sound is still there.
Yeah.
It's just hidden a little bit with a little bit of the what we call the computer stuff.
Yes.
Well, it's still there. The music is still there. Like I told you, Mr. Andres, your music has the feel of like the Agustin Ramirez, the Joe Bravo, like the feel like that. So that is still very, very popular in our area. And, you guys are still doing what you're doing. And como te dije, the music that people that do come from Expo, the stations that do listen to us, is because they love that sound, and
Yeah,
that's how our sound wave of the Hano is getting put over there. And like how Gigi said, there's the DJ that y'all mentioned. I have seen their stuff, and if you look at their set list, because they also have like a top 20 or top 10, that's all it is. It's the traditional Tejano sound. So yes, it all coming together. The Tejano music and industry is really flowing very well in Mexico.
yeah.
And you know what? And the fact that I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was going to say that a few years ago, in the Tejano Go with Rudy Trevino, they we were invited to go, and he was impressed with. Again, he was calling it the big band sound,
Hmm.
and I basically said the same thing I've said here today. I said, well, we're loyal to the sound that we grew up listening to,
Hmm.
and we strive to present a very professional product.
Hmm.
And so I think you'll find that in our recordings. You'll find that in the work that is put out by the members of Velocidad. They're great professionals, and so he was impressed with the sound of the big band sound, and
Hmm.
we had an ample discussion about the big band sound even back when. He invited us because one of the first releases, one of the first recordings that we had, El Regañado, charted number 8 nationwide, and so he invited us to go uh, visit with him, and that was quite an experience going to Tejano Go,
Yes.
and so we continue. We will continue with the same course that we've set, and we will continue recording. Like I told you earlier, it's our greatest hope that generation 1 or 2 down the road that some of those folks will come and say, okay, let's see what they were doing back when. And so it's being done for posterity as well. It's not only for our legacy, but for posterity, so that
Hmm.
they know what we did, and if they like it, maybe they'll improve it
Yeah. 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 Add
and
on to
pass
it.
it on. Improve it and pass it on.
I
Yes.
wanted to touch a little bit on what Kelly said, that some people say that Tejano's dead. If you didn't go to the fanfare this weekend, If you did go, you're not gonna believe that statement because estaba como hormigas ahí de gente.
Yes.
Literally, right, Kelly?
It's
Did you get to
and
go with
that's
your kids?
yeah, and that's
I did not. I did not. I had been extremely busy because my daughter, who is in her second semester of law school, decided she wanted to get married before she finished school. And so I had to go marry her up in San Antonio.
Oh
Um,
my goodness! Well,
and
congratulations. I
it
think
took quite a bit of work and money. So
so. Yeah, what you missed? Tell him what he missed, Kelly.
well, to be honest, Mr. Andres, San Antonio is the capital world of the Tejano industry, right? Of
sure.
Tejano music. There were so many events there, and for so many Tejano like fans to show up to fanfare to the what was it, the Market Square, and I think Jimmy Gonzalez had a tribute, and Joe Lopez had some type of event the same day on a Saturday, but to
And they
have that fanfare that Saturday, to capacity where the three stages were completely full of people amazed me because this was my first year to actually attend fanfare to downtown. To see that made me say, where is anybody getting any analytics about the Tejano industry dying? Because this
yeah.
is a living proof that the Tejano scene, the Tejano industry, to me, it seems like it's just growing because so many people and all the venues were full of people.
Packed. Yeah, even the venues around, there was a different establishments that had artists performing. También packed
Yes,
everywhere, como
yes,
hormigas.
yes,
Wow. Well,
definitely.
a few years back, we were there at the market. It's called the Market Square. Yeah, and they had we were on the south stage, and my recollection there was tons of people even back when, and that's
Yes.
you know quite a bit of people for such a confined space. So you know, but at any rate, well, hopefully it's a sign of things to come, and
Mhm.
and a sign that the music that some folks would write off is far far from being dead, and any comments of it being dead has been grossly exaggerated.
Yes, yes.
Haven't been out there, haven't been to say fanfare or any of those places because I mean just being there would suggest otherwise, and you'd know that that's not the case. That's not the case. Maybe pues estamos aparte. Texas is a big state. Maybe
Mm,
it's not until we come together that you realize, oh, there's quite a bit.
mhm.
So uh,
Yes,
Well, let's hope. Let's
events.
hope that that's the real state of affairs.
yes.
I think so. I mean, for them to so many people come together, and they were from all over. Kelly, weren't they? People came from all over the place.
There was
Nomás
even
con
people
Norma,
from
te digo, nomás con
Monterrey.
Norma, que vino de Michigan. There were so many people that told us, the first thing they would tell you, I'm coming from, because they came from out of town, out of state, from all over the place to, come together at this fanfare and enjoy Tejano music. So
Yeah.
it could be that we're spread out all over the place. Now, the history of Tejano is when it first started. Los músicos, the ones that were creating Tejano, including my dad, including the Fabulosos Cuatro, including Little Joe, and all those were following the migrant farm workers.
Yeah.
So all over the United States. So muchos se quedaron all over the United States. So those roots are still connected to the original Tejano artists. So I think that's where, we look for our roots sometimes and we
Sure.
come back to it. So
Cyclical history.
yes, that you were talking about. Exactly.
Yes.
Mhm.
One thing that I've noticed, and for example, there's an internet station. I think it's called Tejano Network or Tejano, not network, Tejano FM, I think, or AM or something like that, up in Lansing, Michigan.
Yeah.
And I was surprised that they play so many different bands that I've never heard.
Uh,
Yeah,
And a lot of them are from the northern part of the states. And
yeah.
so I was glad to hear that,
Yeah,
because
there are.
it's telling us that there is an audience out there, or else why would they be putting it up?
yep.
Exactly.
Hmm.
And that's one thing I think Bumper has a lot to do with that. What's it called, Kelly? The allá pa donde va Norma.
Milwaukee,
The Milwaukee Fest. The
yes.
Okay.
Milwaukee Fest is I'm guessing equivalent or even bigger than the fanfare here in San Antonio,
Yes.
according to sources.
Really? Well, we got to make it up there one of these days to go take a look see.
See,
Yes.
yeah, a little interlude.
Yeah, actually, we'd have Miss Vanessa. She's one of the board members of the Milwaukee festival out there, and she was on as well. And she did mention it's not just Tejano music. They have, I think, if I'm not mistaken, 4 stages that bring it's all genre of music together in one little area where they have all this stuff, and each section has their own. They have the Tejano, they have the Regional Mexicana. They have, I think, even English, and they have like hip hop and stuff. It all comes together, and they're all in that area, and it's amazing. It's big. I was there like maybe 18 years ago when I was younger. I remember experiencing that, and I think the first band I ever saw there was La Sombra,
Wow.
and man, they had the people crazily dancing because El Sapo was a famous song at the time. And remember experiencing that and to see the girls from then, because it was just a small stage, bien chiquillo, all the migrant, como dice Ms. Gigi, all the migrant workers were there. That's the reason we were up there, because of the migrant work. And remember seeing a lot of Mexicanos, and someone were like, oh, nosotros somos de Piedras, nosotros somos de Acuña, we're from some Potosí, Monterrey. Like it was not just Tejano people from Texas. There were people from Mexico there, and to them find La Sombra being Tejano and them being Mexicanos, and there I would have said maybe them being used to the Mexican music like banda music, they were enjoying the Tejano scene then. So imagine how much has changed now from then to now, and then still, having that connection with Tejano music is amazing. It's really, really amazing. And hopefully, Mr. Andres, they can bring you guys up there, or any of
We'd
the
love
bands
to.
are out there getting opportunities up there. That's an amazing, amazing festival to be a part of.
We would
And
love to do that track and make it up to Michigan.
or Michigan as well. I think they also have a good festival out there. If I remember seeing Ms.
What is it?
Norma.
Wisconsin. Milwaukee's in Wisconsin.
Yes, Milwaukee's in
Okay,
Wisconsin.
wrong state, but I'll make it up there as well.
Yes, Michigan also has a festival, right, Miss Gigi? I think Norma has mentioned something in Michigan. They have some type of festival out there as
Yes,
well.
yes, and we would need Norma to tell us about that. But yes, there is, but definitely like some of our. You know what? Let me take a pause to everybody that's coming on. Thank you, everybody that's coming in here. We've got TDK, we've got George Vences, we've got Chuy Gonzalez. Saludos, we know you're at work. We've got Hilda Peña, we've got TDK del Miramonte, Lisa Treviño. We've got Miguel Angel Perez. We've got who else do we have?
I think you have another
Luigi Palacios. I know David Vela. Saludos, David Vela from Oakland. Roger Lynn, Llanas, Veronica Lopez, La Consentida. Lots of people coming in. Thank you so much. Abel Salinas, DJ Daddy from the Tejano Roots Hall of Fame board member. Vanessa Salinas Sanchez, Kelly Delgado, that's you. Who else? Alberto Resendes. Yeah, so by the way, if you have been, Velocidad has been working, and anybody, and this is to all artists, if you have been in the industry for 15 years or more, you're actually eligible to be recognized at the Tejano Roots Hall of Fame. So when, saludos to Ruben Lopez and Noe Lerma, Rick Garcia, and all the board members from the Tejano Roots Hall of Fame, and Alice, if you've been in the business 15 years or more and you can corroborate your story and send in a bio when they ask for it, you could be recognized at the Tejano Roots Hall of Fame. So just throwing that out there to everyone.
Okay. Well, saludos a toda la gente que mencionaste que nos están escuchando, through the program. Also, I'd be remiss if I don't say a hello to Rosie, Allison, and Heather.
Yes, Rap and Heather, that's right.
They done a heck of a job. Saludos a la consentida en Las Vegas. She interviewed us also, and she indicated she was going to be at the fanfare, I think.
She actually performed Ya Te Vi. I put that on there because when I was there, she starts Ya Te Vi, Ya Te. I was like, oh man, Juan Guerrero forever. So saludos to Juan Mendoza Jr. He says saludos from Tejano TV. Hello, Gigi, Kelly, and Andres. Thank you, Juan Mendoza Jr. for having such an awesome platform for all of us. And all, guys, that's how I started admiring the new artists that I didn't know about. I went into Mas Chingon Radio and they had the videos. Now he's got the only top 10 Tejano videos. Go in there, check out the videos so you can enjoy. And for me, it's such a honor and pride to watch all these artists, playing Tejano music, just doing their thing out there, and they're on Tejano TV. So thank you, Juan Mendoza, for doing that. You and Laila Lisa, I think you're doing something really awesome for La Onda. So thank you very much.
Yes.
Keith Leal, también to Keith Leal. I'm sorry.
I was gonna mention him too, Gigi. So good job.
I'm gonna be interviewed as an artist tomorrow on the Keith Leal show. So we'll see you tomorrow. Si Dios quiere. Yes.
Good.
Yes. So, well, we're almost hitting the hour. We hit the hour already. I want to thank you so much, Mr. Reyes, for bringing your music to this audience, to our audience, the Giras y Desveladas audience. Saludos to our 7K truckers out there listening to Giras y Desveladas. Thank you, everybody. La Jefa Jam and all these. Sirius Tejano for simulcasting Giras y Desveladas, of course, Tejano TV. And because we're here for the artists. Me podcast is Su podcast. Y'all want to come on here? You come on here. We are, we'll get you on. You confirm on here, and we will get you on here because everybody deserves a chance for everybody else to listen, because you don't know what you don't know. You can't say, I don't like Velocidad if you never heard their music. Yeah. So now you've heard Velocidad. Now you can say, oh, I like that sound. And there you go. And maybe you've got a quinceañera coming up. Maybe you've got a party coming up, and you can call them. Y'all are, where are y'all based, and how do people get a hold of you?
Laredo, Texas. You can get a hold of me. It's let me give you the telephone number if anybody's interested. 956 area code 956-645-2898. 645-2898. Gigi, gracias a ti y a Kelly for the interview, and it's been a pleasure being here en Giras y Desveladas. The name itself says a lot. We're all on this long journey, and esta gira larga, that is Tejano music. And, because of our insistence on producing the music that we love, we take it deep into the night, so nos desvelamos. Todo es por el amor al arte. So, gracias a ustedes y gracias a tu audiencia. Les mando un saludo y un abrazo muy fuerte de acá desde la frontera, de parte de todos los muchachos de Velocidad y de su servidor Andrés Reyes. Gracias por escucharnos y ojalá les guste la música de Velocidad. Y it's available on all the different sites. Yes.
Awesome. They do like the music, by the way. I'm just speaking for everybody.
Good. That's great.
They do like the music. Yes, it's great music. So no, thank you for coming on. Kelly D, ¿qué te digo, comadre? I mean, I I love that we spent some time together during the
Yes.
fanfare. We got to know each other a little better, and I still feel the same way. You are awesome, even more so, even more so. So I had a great time at fanfare. I'm so glad that we got to spend that time.
Yes.
Saludos para todos. Thank you to everybody that's promoting our onda, because you're promoting us as la gente, because I mean, there's so much going on, negativity. Why, let's put something positive out here. And one thing that we can put positive out here is our music. Our music is our music, and it's beautiful, and it defines us, and we all are a part of that. So
Yes.
qué bonito que and I want to thank everybody that came into the show. And for those of you that are watching later, you're either watching on Gigi La Chicana Guerrero Facebook, Giras y Desveladas Facebook, Giras y Desveladas YouTube. Subscribe. And on Tejano TV, the Roku channel for Giras y Desveladas, we have our own channel. On La Jefa Jam and Oldies and Sirius Tejano, and anybody else wants to simulcast Giras y Desveladas, just let us know. We are very welcome, because I mean, I think we're all in this together. The more of us are out here. And I recently shared the link to, if you want your own podcast, I'm using StreamYard. It's very user friendly. Dale gas. Why not? My idea is that we inundate the market with our music, that we cannot be ignored anymore. That's my hope.
Yes, definitely.
So yes. So Kelly,
Saturate the airwaves.
yes, exactly. Exactly.
Yes.
That's the plan, Stan. So
Yes.
Kelly D, ¿qué nos dices? Parting
Oh,
words.
what can I say, Mr. Andres? Keep doing what you're doing. I think I've told you guys this, like what Ms. Gigi said, tu casa, nuestra casa, or what, back and forth, right? You guys are always welcome to any of the bands that we have out there. You guys are always welcome to our station, Ms. Gigi's, ourselves here at Sirius Tejano in Crystal City, Texas. We're not too far from you, Mr. Andres, so that's a good thing, and hopefully we can help you out as much as we can, or any other band that's out there trying to just make it in the industry, or finding an opportunity or doors to be open, or given the chance to even talk about what they're putting out there, and their, the what we call it, their product, right? Because that's basically what you guys doing is
Yeah.
product of the Tejano scene. So what can I say, Ms. Gigi? Your platform is amazing. Your fans amazing as well. If it wasn't for us being out here like this, a lot of this stuff or these artists wouldn't be possible. And I give all credit to our fans, because they're the ones that make us, and because of artists like Mr. Andres and every new artist,
It's a
or
group effort.
yes, it's a group effort, and this is the only way it'll work. It's because we work as a cycle, and look at us. We're different podcasts, different stations, but we came united in sync, and I think this is what would help. También como the artists come and collab, we can too. So it's amazing to have this opportunity. And again, Ms. Gigi, thank you so much. I really enjoy this, and I really enjoy Giras y Desveladas. And friendships keep going and growing every time and every day. And Mr. Andres, you're always a friend here in our station, and of
Thank
course,
you.
and to everybody out there, y'all be safe. And always believe. Never stop believing in what you can do, because only yourself can judge you. So yes,
Keep on going keep on going. That's exactly right. We just gotta
yes,
keep on going, sin el miedo de lo que dirán.
yes.
Saludos to everyone from Garciasville, says Luis Garcia. And Lisa Trevino says, Gigi, can I hear one of Andres Reyes' songs? Sure, we've got a request for your song, and
All right.
we'll play it again. The one we just played, ¿Qué es lo que tú quieres? And that is the original song by Mr. Andres Reyes. So let's listen to that again before we go. What do you think, Kelly?
Of course, I love
Yeah,
that
a
people are asking
complacer, a
for it.
complacer, exactly.
Okay.
Here we go.
¿Qué es lo que tú quieres? ¿Qué es lo que prefieres? Buscas los malos placeres, tus valores son así. ¿Qué es lo que tú buscas que no has encontrado? Si me tienes ya tu amor, que te adora con pasión. Si yo fuera despiadado, con el odio entre mis venas, la muerte yo te daría, hincadita de rodillas. ¿Qué es lo que tú quieres? ¿Qué es lo que tú buscas? ¿Qué te puedo dar? Que llene tu corazón. Si yo fuera despiadado, con el odio entre mis venas, la muerte yo te daría, hincadita de rodillas. ¿Qué es lo que tú quieres? ¿Qué es lo que tú buscas? ¿Qué te puedo dar? Que llene tu corazón.
Woo, that was awesome. That was Velocidad. ¿Qué es lo que tú quieres? And we're leaving with that. Thank you very much. Thank you, Kelly. Saludos para todos. Cuídense mucho. God bless you guys. For all you troqueros out on the road, cuídense mucho. God be with you. We love you guys. See you next time from Giras y Desveladas. And we've got some more artists, some more new singles that are coming out with Trucking On with New Rolas next week. So keep an eye out for that. We'll see you when we see you guys. Cuídense mucho. Love you guys. Bye.
Hasta la próxima.
Hasta la próxima. Bye, Kelly. Bye, Norma. Be careful, Norma. Bye.
La luz del troque aluzaba el camino, era de noche y estaba llovido. Qué noche tan fría. Y el motor iba acelerado haciendo ritmo con el radio. ya vamos llegando. La vida se me va a acabar de tanto manejar sin fin. La vida se me va a acabar de tanto manejar. Una muchacha que estaba en la parada se me acercó, quería que me la llevara. Casi era una niña. Oiga, mesera, sirva café caliente y no se tarde, que mi troca me espera pa' seguir la corriente. La vida se me va a acabar de tanto manejar sin fin. La vida se me va a acabar de tanto manejar. La luz del troque aluzaba el camino, era de noche y estaba llovido. Qué noche tan fría. Y el motor que iba acelerado hacía ritmo con el radio. Ya vamos llegando. La vida se me va a acabar de tanto manejar sin